the impeachment court. To be fair with you, Mr. President, you've been preparing for that. And yung schedule natin na naka-schedule sa Wednesday, which is 11, if we give the ruling today, whether ano ba talaga gusto natin, today or Wednesday, I support you, Mr. President, kung anong gusto natin schedule. Sana mapag-usapan natin ngayon. Hindi ako abogado, pero ako ay isang Pilipino na gusto sana na hindi na tayo magkakagulo sa Pilipinas. Hindi tayo magkawatak-watak. At yung mga nagyayabang dyan, na sabi nila, gusto daw ng taong bayan, na ito ay talagang magkakaroon na kagad ng impeachment, taong bayan na ginagamit. I don't know kung sino taong bayan yung nasabi nila. Because, alam ko, Mr. President, halos lahat ng tao ng Mindanao at ng Visayas, as I have observed during the campaign period, ang sabi sa atin is, Sir, ibubuto kita kung hindi ka magbuto sa impeachment or hindi ka magbuto sa conviction. Yun ang sinasabi ng taong bayan. Kaya please, do not use the term taong bayan palagi because taong bayan is hindi lang kayo. There are always two sides of the coin. Bakit ba? Wala bang value yung mga taong bayan na nagsasabi na ayaw namin ng impeachment? Gusto nila? Ang iba-value ng Senado ay yung mga tao lang na nagsasabi na forthwith kuno yung impeachment na yan. Ano, kalimutan na natin yung ibang tao na majority na nagsasabi na ayaw namin ng impeachment dahil panggugulo lang yan sa ating bansa. Lalo tayong nagiging divided. Lalo nasisira ating ekonomiya. Mga investors umaalis na dahil ang gulo ng Pilipinas. So yun lang po, Mr. President. I am 101% supporting you. What's your stand, Mr. President? Thank you, Mr. President.
Noted and entered into the records. Senator Ontiveros, our Deputy Minority Floor Leader, is recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. President. A comment on the second point of the good gentleman from Taguigan Pateros, because there's nothing funny or illogical in and between the motion of the minority leader and the seconding of this representation. The motion of the minority leader is to convene at this very moment. That is what is to be subjected to a vote. Now, instead of on Wednesday. To convene at all is not to be voted upon. Sa usapin yan, sundin lang natin ang konstitusyon. Salamat, Mr. President.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
With the indulgence of Senator Pimentel, Chair recognizes Senator Cayetano, thereafter Senator Pimentel, thereafter Senator Padilla. Senator Cayetano, you may proceed.
Mr. President, I don't want to further the division or the debate, and I wasn't making fun of it. Ang sinasabi ko po, the reality is may tama't mali, may moral, immoral, may legal at illegal. Hopefully, dun tayo parati sa tama. Hopefully, ang legal, yun din ang moral. Ang problema in a collegial body, Senate, House, Commission on Appointments, we move as one based sa pagboboto. So it's just showing the irony that if the minority leader was moving that we've convened now, and the deputy minority leader was saying, you don't need a vote. But if you can vote whether it's now or Wednesday, then I can also argue, then I can also move na saka na. If you can vote whether today or Wednesday, then you can also vote na next Monday or next Thursday. So that is the paradox we are in today. So whatever decision we make, sana may wisdom. sana matupad ang konstitusyon, dapat matupad ang konstitusyon, dapat ang kalooban ng ating mga kababayan. But the reality is po, we will be acting as a body and the vote will matter. So yun lang po, and I don't have a debate. I respect what the majority and deputy minority leader has stated. You know, as I said, some of what they say I agree with, but we have to find it in our hearts that even if we disagree, we support the chamber.
Senator Pimentel, thereafter Senator Padilla. Senator Pimentel, you may proceed.
Just to respond to some of the points raised by Senator Joel Villanueva. Yan, mahirap kung nasisingitan, Mr. President, nalilimutan natin yung topic. Mr. President, siguro i-inform ko lang yung body, no, na yung referral of an impeachment of the articles of impeachment to the Committee on Rules is not found in the rules of the Senate as a legislative body, and it's not found in the rules of the Senate as the impeachment court. So you cite past practice. Okay. But then,
It's the reading.
I don't think the Senate President will dispute my projection or my anticipation that he intended actually to introduce something new. For this particular impeachment case, he will refer it, the plan of the Senate President is to refer the after the reading, the read articles of impeachment directly to the impeachment court. So ibig sabihin nun, talagang pwede tayo mag-introduce ng innovation because the past practice is not supported by the letters of our two sets of rules, Mr. President. So, ang aking point is, we can actually, the motion, actually, do not fear this motion because this motion will only take up little of our time. Ang gusto kong mangyari, hindi tuloy-tuloy ang ating, if we need to do some preliminary matters before the trial action, ang trial action meaning to say may witness stand, mayroong direct examination, cross-examination, malayo pa yan, after pa yan pag-filing ng mga answer at saka ng reply. Pero ang aking point is, we can convene the impeachment court so that we can now take the Senate President as presiding officer can take his oath. He can administer our oath. The Senate as the impeachment court is convened or has been convened. We can call the case and then preliminarily talk about the trial calendar of the said case. We will know when we call the case, when we ask the clerk of court to call the case or cases, malalaman natin anong case load natin. And I believe isa lang ating case load. So we have to now come up with a trial calendar for that case. So that will be the effect of the motion, Mr. President, if it is carried. Na-advance yung Wednesday setting natin to today as far as the oath-taking requisites are concerned. We devote a little time to come up with a trial calendar. It can be a preliminary trial calendar. And if we are now convened as a court, the other motions I will take up, like now asking the House of Representatives panel of prosecutors to appear before us tomorrow, no longer on Tuesday, on Wednesday. Kaya naman gawin. Kung nagawa nga to June 11, hindi rin masama namang pwede rin magawa June 11 to June 10. So, and that will be brought up before us acting as a court already, Mr. President. Kasi court matter na yung case matter na po yun. So that's the explanation, Mr. President, para baka akala ninyo back down na tayo. Worried si Senator Alan Cayetano sa kanyang e-gov at saka konektadong Pinoy. Suspended lang po yung legislative business natin for maybe 1 to 2 hours, 1 hour and a half. We can go back to our legislative business, Mr. President. But at least we have convened the court. And then sunod lang tayo sa Constitution kasi we should also believe that the Constitution has its own wisdom. Kasi ratified din ng taong bayan po yan. Baka nalimutan natin. Ratified by the people ang ating Constitution. So, yes, thank you.
Before recognizing Senator Villanueva, just for the information of Senator Pimentel, it's not only eGov and Konektadong Pinoy that's ready for ratification. Ready for ratification would also include the virology bill, the expanded Philippine Science High School system, and the 99-year lease bill. Just for the record.
I think, Mr. President, since I still have the floor, I think last session, day natin, we suspended, we adjourned at close to midnight. So it doesn't
The
matter.
first session day, we
Yes, also
nearly midnight.
1 hour to 2 hours devoted for the impeachment court, I don't think will harm us, Mr. President.
With the permission of Senator Villanueva, Senator Padilla had earlier, on this one,
Because in relation to what the minority leader
with the
stated,
indulgence of Senator
just very
Padilla.
quick, Mr. President, in relation to the statements made by our minority floor leader.
Senator Villanueva,
Thank you,
may
Mr.
proceed.
President. Let me put on record also, Mr. President, that I welcome innovation. I welcome what do you call that, Mr. President, when we will no longer refer it to the Committee on Rules and ask perhaps one of the prosecutors to read the articles of impeachment in all the cases thereon. I don't have problems with that, Mr. President. And again, as mentioned earlier, I agree, Mr. President, that we need to convene as soon as possible the impeachment court. But my only question, Mr. President, is if we are not violating our rules because, Mr. President, hindi na ho ba importante na maglabas po kayo ng notice? Hindi ho ba yun ang dahilan kung bakit kayo sumulat na i-schedule nung June 2, tapos ngayon June 11, tapos ngayon magbabago po tayo? Hindi na ho ba kailangan yun? And if it is not, Mr. President, then I will vote for it, Mr. President. I will go with then that's the reason why I'm clarifying all these issues, Mr. President. Kung hindi na kailangan magbigay ng notes, because at the end of the day, we wanted to protect and give importance to due process, Mr. President. That's all I'm saying, Mr. President. We don't want any legal infirmities, Mr. President, along the way. And I know that once we convene as an impeachment court, marami pa po tayong mapag-uusapan ng mga issues. Maraming salamat, Ginoong Pangulo. Thank you, Senator Robin Padilla, for yielding the floor to this